What's going on, people? It's UBP Baby, and in this video we're gonna take a quick look at gold. I haven't actually looked at gold on this channel yet, so I thought I might as well. I do like gold and commodities. I tend to keep my eye on oil, gold, and what was it? Gas. I like to keep an eye on as well. But I am looking at gold this time because I have noticed something in regards to its relationship, especially with silver. So if I put up the silver as well, we can have a little comparison. So we can see that, well, first of all, gold and silver are very closely related. I look at the gold and silver relationship the same way I look at the GBP, GBP and the euro relationship, in terms of they are very closely correlated, although you could argue that silver is probably closer correlated to gold, but let's not get into that. And then you'll notice here that whilst gold made a higher high, silver actually made a lower high, and it was this kind of divergence which made me think, okay, there's obviously some kind of selling going on, or some kind of divergence, because it should be that silver follows gold, and that failed here, and we've seen a considerable move lower and break in market structure on silver here, but we haven't seen that on gold yet. So what I did then was I added Dixie to it. And we can see that as Dixie moved higher, also breaking market structure, silver moved lower, however gold refused to. And this was the divergence I wanted to bring attention to, because it's possible that you might be able to get a nice move with gold having to catch up. However, I don't usually trade gold, and therefore I'm not too sure on how the relationships necessarily work the same way that currencies do. But with this taken into account, I am expecting gold to break down even lower and more aggressively, because we can see that whilst let me see. So whilst dollar's moving higher and silver's moving lower, gold's not moving lower yet. And because if these two are in tandem, which it appears they are, holding hands together, it means that gold's going to have to catch up, because it's at the moment gold's refusing to do what Dixie's doing, and gold should be directly opposite, moving in the opposite direction to what Dixie's doing, which is why I've got my eyes on this fair value gap, this swing low, and we can already see that this week has traded considerably more aggressively compared to silver and compared to Dixie. We can see gold's already moved a significant amount, which is all again opening its hand to the suggestion that we are going to be moving lower with gold, and that it is probably going to be moving more aggressively because it has to catch up. It failed to do it when it refused to do it when silver was doing it, as in taking out lows, and whilst gold was taking out, and whilst Dixie was taking out highs. So now it's going to have to put the work in and catch up in order to get back into sync with what's happening. So what are you going to do? What can we do with this information? Well, we can drop down to the daily. We can start having a look at potential sell opportunities. Obviously, we want to be selling in a premium if possible, and we want to start looking at targets in terms of lows. Obviously, there's this massive weekly fair value gap that I had marked out. Let me take down these. There's this massive weekly fair value gap down here. We've got a swing low here, and we'll mark that as sell side liquidity. And basically, when we're looking to trade into that, we just want to be selling from a premium and making sure that we get out within the discount, which will be below the sell side. It looks like a fair value gap has actually formed here today, so I am going to mark that out, assuming we don't move higher. I'm going to make that red because we want to be selling from there. And I'm also going to mark the 50% level of that, because I do not expect price to trade any higher than that. If we drop down to the 4 hour, we can see that we've taken out south side here, and we've traded down into these relative equal lows. Then we've traded back up. It's possible we might dip into here one last time and then break low into that sell side and start running into this. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. You can see we're quite consolidated, relative equal highs, and all just a standard PD areas that we're keeping our eyes on for. So if we look at this range, again, this is our current trading range on the hourly. We want to be selling in a premium, which will be above this black line here. And then we want to be getting out below, which will be below the south side here. Now, of course, this is all just speculation. Again, as I said before, I'm not entirely sure on the relationship that gold and silver necessarily have. However, it is clear. It is very clear that while silver's moving lower, gold's not yet doing that, and Dixie has been consistently pushing higher, as you know from my other videos. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say really. Just wanted to bring your guys' attention to it. And if you like these videos on gold, or if you want to see more of my reviews on gold, honestly, just leave a comment, comment, subscribe, all of that. And I'm happy to do some more reviews on gold. That's been everything from me. This has been GBP Baby, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.